We've had another flurry of activity and leaks regarding the Galaxy S11 phones, and it points to even more moves forward for the upcoming flagship devices. Over the weekend, we got a new look at more code in the upcoming One UI Better software. It points to huge improvements in the native camera app for upcoming Samsung phones. Thanks to Max Weinbach and XDA developers, we can see what is in store for the upcoming Samsung phones, and it looks really impressive. Also, some more information on the Snapdragon powered Galaxy S11 phones, but more on that in a second. With the camera app code, XDA found there is support for various new functions, including 8K camera resolutions, 108 megapixel cameras, and more confirmation of a 20:9 aspect ratio being used. So will the upcoming Galaxy S11 phones actually feature 8K video recording? Well, the upcoming Exynos 990 processor that will be powering the S11 phones in the Exynos markets does in fact support 8K video recording. The Snapdragon 865, although not released yet, will presumably support 8K video recording too. However, this is just code in the camera app software, and that does not mean that this will actually feature in phones when they come to market. With 8K video recording, there are many issues. For example, the enormous amount of data that it would create that you'd have to store on your smartphone. And secondly, just the huge amount of resources that it would take up from both the processor and in battery life too. Thirdly, is there actually a real consumer demand for 8K video? At the current time, I think more people are interested in HDR video recording, bokeh in video recording, and also just more stabilization. However, Samsung are coding for it, so it will eventually come. Whether or not it comes in the S11 phones, we'll have to wait and see. Director's View has been coded for in the camera app. According to XDA, this will be a very similar feature to what we saw in the iPhone 11 phones with Filmic Pro. So that can provide for a much richer video recording experience and allow for the simultaneous recording from 2 or more different camera lenses. Night Hyper-lapse might be available in the camera app, so you could get some cool shots at nighttime or in city environments. There are also some other cool features that XDA pointed to, and I'll link to that article in the description below. So what benchmarks is the S11 destroying exactly? According to Max, again today, he claims that the S11 phone with the new Snapdragon 865 processor inside is absolutely destroying AI benchmarks, without mention to what AI benchmark exactly he's referring to. The two most popular benchmarks for Android are Geekbench and Antutu, and more specifically the newer Antutu AI benchmark. But the scores that he mentions don't seem to add up with any of the other benchmark results on those services. The Snapdragon 865 is expected to be manufactured using a 7nm EUV process. That brings it in line with the Kirin 990 5G and also the Exynos 990, which will be going into the Exynos powered Samsung S11 phones. Of course, the Snapdragon 865 is the king of processors in the Android world. Qualcomm have set a date for the first week of December for an official event in Hawaii, where they are expected to give us all the official information on the Snapdragon 865, their latest flagship chipset. And then we'll know exactly how powerful that chipset is and what features it will be giving us in the Galaxy S11 phones. Subscribe for all the latest tech news and everything to do with Samsung. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next one.